Lapis upon joining might not seem like anything too special. She has good speed, but her other stats leave something to be desired, especially when you compare her to either Diamond, who joins with higher stats than her only one chapter later, or Kagetsu, who's arguably the best combat unit in the game, who joins with comically high stats in the similar class. However, if you look at things a bit more in depth, Lapis actually has a good niche in other classes. Her base stats are pretty good, but the Sword Fighter class just is not. As an example, Diamond, when reclassed to Sword Fighter, actually has lower stats than Lapis. His personal class just helps him out. Fortunately for her, Lapis's join time is nearly perfect. She joins right before a defend map, for which you can easily use Makai on her to get her low SP up, and give her some levels without her having to fight. Right after that map, you also get access to your first second seals, and you can buy a master seal. So reclassing her is no problem. I highly recommend Wyvern because IS has a weird obsession with making them the best class in every single game. Notably, it helps out her strength really well alongside their flyer movement being really good. Lapis doesn't have any weaknesses in this class line while having a major strength in the form of her speed. If you save a paralock for her, you can also get counter as soon as chapter 9. You'd probably be out of SP on her then, but that's no big deal. If you let her use an emblem the next couple of maps, she'll probably generate enough SP for some form of speed plus skill from Lin, which will later doubling. If you want her to just get that extra bit crazy and make full use of her high speed, forging and engraving weapons for her is highly valuable. Potentially reducing the weight will make it easier for her to double, as Lapis's build is her only stat that is a little low, while increasing the might makes her doubling more effective. This is honestly enough for her to do most of the killing that she ever has to do, especially with a bond ring that gives extra strength. But if you want to go the extra mile, you can get an energy drop at the Jean Powerlock, another at chapter 10, and the Seraph Rub at chapter 5, which are all amazing options on her. This might seem like massive favoritism, but the energy drops are not highly contested at this point. Chloe works incredibly well with 11 sword, and other units aren't as fast as Lapis, making her such a good user. Maybe you want to save energy drops, for example on Kagetsu, but unless you're playing with DLC, it takes until chapter 14 for mid-game units to be reclassed into Wyverns. And it also takes until chapter 17 for these units to get counter. Lapis, assuming you get her into Wyvern at chapter 9, has at least 8 chapters to flex her good stats, flying mobility, and counter, before any of the mid-game God Squad can do all that she can. With good availability, great speed, and no major weakness, Lapis is a huge boon to your army that I hope you give a try sometime. If you want to see more videos like this, I'll make one on Citrine next. I hope you enjoyed this, and goodbye. We all know the real reason she's powerful is because of the pink hair. Good character design, honestly.